Get off of the stream deck, bub. You're not in
No,
charge of the stream.
no, we're gonna have to just stick with this guy because Ida lost her voice.
Honestly, I think he's doing quite a good job. Do you think he's free? He wants to come and work for us?
He's doing all right making the tech work,
Mhm.
so that's something.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh,
Hang on a
yes,
minute.
yes, no, you, no. Hi.
Every time the bit gets longer and more absurd. Welcome to Euphoria. This is what we do. We're here to uplift the TTRPG scene in Europe and bits. I'm JC Darcy, they then pronouns. I'm a white non-binary fan presenting person with mid-length brown hair, big brown glasses, and a big blue headset. And I'm joined by
Me, hello. I'm Michelle. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a mixed race woman with long, straight black hair. I'm currently wearing my UKGE lanyard and a t-shirt, which will make no sense to probably anybody unless you're one of the real ones. And, I'm just going to say up top, very tired. We'll see what comes out of my face.
Hello, the sea witch gave me my voice back. My name is Aida. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a Latinx woman of color. I have tan skin, dark eyes, dark poofy hair. I'm wearing a yellow shirt with a duck making the uwu finger sign. And I also have a UKGE lanyard. Hi!
Hi! Hi, everybody who we saw this weekend. Hi, everybody that we didn't see this weekend. Not sure who this piece of content is for more. Votes in the chat. If you haven't seen it yet, we have done a full and proper recap video. Please go to YouTube after the stream. We're not going to wait for you. And go and watch three very doolally, very tired femmes chat about all the things that we did. This is just the haul stream. So show your hauls off in the chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us
We're
know.
going to hold up some stuff and go, look at
Yeah.
this. Look
Yep,
at this thing.
yep.
That's what we're doing today.
I miss the both of you so much.
Oh, no, don't. I'm trying not to be sad about the
Oh,
fact that you're both inside my computer again instead of in human space just here.
I'm also in your pocket.
That's true.
That's what that is.
I'm also in your brain.
Mm.
That's what I
But
heard anyway.
but your phone is overheating. It's me.
What are you doing to it?
It's Pride Month. Everything.
Everybody be visible. That's pride. Do crimes.
I'm wearing my flag. Here we go.
It's so pretty that I meant to say at UKG. It's like I love that you have a buy pride thing, and it's just you're visible. You're there.
Thanks. It has a subtle side too, and I was like, I don't want to be subtle about it, please.
Guys, don't do that.
Absolutely not.
I mean, just so it
Absolutely.
wasn't clear, Naomi from Romer Connecticut gave me this free big gay orc pin. So I guess
I
that was the
also
right volume.
I'm a criminal bear, which actually is the most gay animal you can be if you think about it.
I mean, bears are part of the community.
They are.
So
I love them. And some of them are
very much.
criminals. Throw bricks at cops. We
They're
said
people
it.
gay and doing crime.
Yeah, baby. All right.
Criminals
Who's
take
going first?
criminals haul things away. We have hauls.
We have
things.
things. Okay, I go first.
Go
You
ahead.
go first. You're at the top of the document.
Okay. Blanket disclaimer: there are going to be some people whose names I pronounce wrong today, and for that I am sorry. Some of you I have only seen your names written down because we spoke at UKG but didn't actually exchange names, so I apologize in advance. But I do know how to pronounce Chan Evans of X-Stasis Games, based in the UK, who gifted Euphoria this beautiful
Ooh.
quick start for their upcoming game. This is
So excited for that.
Feral. This is a sort of overview of the game and also has a one-shot adventure, the Bone Song, in it. Chant from X-Stasis gave this to us and told us it is a hope punk horror game, which I really love as a concept. Basically, the idea is that you are these sweet little animals, these sort of anthropomorphized sentient animals who are moving into a spooky, scary forest to start a new community. But there are also the feral living in this forest, dangerous animals who have lost their humanity, I guess, or their sentience, their ability to think, and have turned into horrifying monsters. So you have to stay safe from those creatures, but at the same time, all of you have a feral nature within you, and you're going to be fighting back against that feral nature. I want to show you the scary bear because we're talking about bears. Here he is.
Oh
Look
shit,
at
that's
this art.
rad.
I saw this
Scary.
art and I was like, hell yeah. So this is Wayne Harsey because all of the feral creatures they were people once, right? They have names. They're all previous sage creatures who have lost themselves in the woods. I'm in love with this concept. The idea being that you're facing the horrors, but you're facing the horrors together. That's kind of the hope punk aspect. You're building a community here, and you're trying to look out for each other in the face of the darkness around you and within you. Really love it
Wow.
as a concept. Loving the art, loving all of the pre-gen characters in here.
Mm,
I think we're gonna have to give this one a go.
I think we should. Shout out to Law Evans, who is the artist on all of these, by the way. It's Chant's partner, Law, who does all of these. Um,
Yes, thank you for that.
I
Yeah.
had to ask because I was like, this absolutely fucks. And Chant's like, I know.
Yeah, they're a really good dream team at Ecstasis. They are Chad and Law Evans from the UK. So that is my first lovely gift, and thank you again for gifting this to Euphoria. And thank you, Ida and Darcy, for letting me take it home.
Oh, Michelle, can you give me like the title, the author, where they're from, in one nice sentence for the sound bit?
Always thinking about the soundbite, Ida.
Think about them shorts, baby.
This is Feral by Chant and Law Evans of Ecstasis Games, based in the UK.
You're so good at that.
Thank you.
Got to think about the shorts. It's us. We are the shorts.
I love shorts. They're comfortable and easy to wear.
Indeed.
So, who else has something to show off?
Stretch. I stretched over for the chair of loots. We all have our chair or side table of loots.
All of our offices are a complete mess beyond this section of frame.
Yes, yes, it is. So I also was at the Beyond Cataclysm table. Cataclysm table. And I noticed the title and I was like, wait a minute, that title looks familiar because I know someone else did that. And I saw this Morkborg by Chris Lowry, Beyond Cataclysm, based in the UK. And I was like, wait a minute. Pawel Kicman from Poland wrote Corpborg, which is a game I have digitally. So it's like, huh? I was looking for Max for Darcy at the table. We found
Don't
some
blame
to
me.
be
Don't blame me.
shown later. But I had to ask. I'm like, do you guys know about Corpborg? Wondering like who came first, kind of sneaky thing. And then I got a wonderful explanation that actually um, Powell had made the game and released it like right before this was released. They didn't know about each other's work. Complete coincidence. And they're like, shit, we have this game. What do we do? Let's just pull it out there too. So, disclaimer, this book was also given as a gift to Euphoria, and I was lucky to get home because I do like MÖRK games. Um, it is a beautiful hardcover book. I love a good bookmark, and MÖRK board games are a quick pickup D20 system, very deadly, very vibes. And the premise of this MÖRK board game is essentially that you are a corporate peon. And the capitalism, the manager, the photocopier machine, they're all trying to kill you. And because of the type of game it is, your PCs are likely going to die, but it's very easy to roll up. So that's sort of the flavor. And it's really cool. It includes lots of adventures, which I super duper
Oh,
appreciate in
nice.
start in books as well. Mechanics and then baked in adventures to run. Super cool. So after asking about Corpborg, I actually decided to pick up, I was pointed to the existence of this zine, Corp versus Org, a Pawel Kicman and CM Lowry game. They are both the respective creators of their games. And instead of like doing the immature things and like, no, my game, no, my game, they had a laugh about it. And they made a little game zine where Pawel and Chris are characters, named characters in this sort of versus style game using the same system. So this is absolutely making lemon from lemonade.
I love that. It's such a funny sense of humor. And like you're both writing like games that are critiquing capitalism, so it makes perfect sense that you wouldn't like fight and be like, no, we're gonna take each other's sales, but just go, let's join forces and make a funny thing out of it. I love it.
Like that's the Kicman, that's Powell,
The quiche, man. That's amazing.
and that's the Chris, that's the C. So I couldn't find maybe have to email one of you because I couldn't find this digitally online anywhere.
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know who specifically printed this, who shared the cost. Maybe both of them did, but it's not really listed. It's a pure 50-50. It came from both of them. Either way, this is Corp versus Org, an exploration of the bitter rivalry between Morkborg and Corpborg by Pawel, Kicman, and CM Lowry. And it's related to the game I mentioned earlier, Morkborg, Welcome to an Office Without Hope by CM Lowry, based in the UK.
I gotta give the props to you for saying Corp, Org, Mork, Org, Corp, Borg so many times
Red
there.
lolly, yellow lolly, red
Lolly,
lolly, yellow
lorry,
lolly.
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm!
And beyond Cataclysm. And I do know they also ran out of that zine over the course of the weekend.
Oh,
You did
good.
well to manage to get
Oh,
Darcy, what you got? Show us
games.
all.
Believe it or not, got some games,
No
lads.
way.
Went to a game convention, picked up some motherfucking games. You may have heard of a little game called Locus, by Cobblepath Games, who are Fern and Steph, who are based in the UK. I have had my eye on it for a long time. I'm not usually a horror game person, but on the Friday, I only bought horror games and had to take a long, hard look in the mirror and be like, dude, are you okay? Turned out, yeah, it was fine. I was just wanted some fucking games. Um, Locus is a big, beefy game, a really amazing, much lauded horror game. But I was trying to rein myself in a little bit. And so I didn't go all out and buy the whole core book and GM book. But Steph was at the stand and told me about this. This is No Glimmer Through the Night, a Locus storybook by Cobblepath Games, based in the UK. And what this is basically a starter set, but it's just a single book. It has everything you need mechanics wise to get started, and it has a really simple starter story to get you going. And I thought, this is what I need. No time, love game, play game. We love a quick start that gets you playing quickly. Uh, Clue's almost in the title there if I hadn't ballsed it and said play instead of start, but you know what I mean. And it horror, but like the bad guy come from inside your imagination. The bad guy is you, potentially. Um, it's got a lot going on in terms of like it's not just standard horror. There's some fantastic spooky illustrations. It's got like eldritch horror going on. I'm pretty sure you can run kind of like slasher horror, but it's all kind of about inner trauma and facing your demons. And we love a bit of that when it's done right. We love doing that at the right table with the safety tools and the understanding and the safety and the safety and the safety. Um, and yeah, I've heard a lot about this for a long time, so I'm very excited to give it a read and give it a go. And I also got my arm twisted into buying the matching cards. All right, I didn't get my arm twisted. Steph said, "Do you want the cards?" And I said, "Yes." All right, Ida, don't give me that look. They're gorgeous. They're fantastic. They've got faces. Face card of many faces. Do you see what they've done there?
It's a face.
Me faces.
So
Horrifying.
Meat faces.
say it's so pretty, but I'm not sure that's the right word. But it's certainly impactful art. That's really cool.
So much. No. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Love them. And it's a card-based game, so that makes sense. I just like having a deck of cards anyway, because who doesn't? Imagine just playing a game with your pals and then all of a sudden this motherfucker. Like what's
Dolly.
What? Hello.
super fun.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, really looking forward to getting stuck into that. We're thinking about programming for the rest of the year. Halloween is coming up. I don't know.
Those sounds. Those sounds.
Those sounds. Last one.
Oh, Nelly. I like that one.
Indeed.
Very cool. Oh, I have some cards as well. I also have some cards. So I on the first day of UKGE, I ran into my lovely friend Valentina Sergei from probably gonna butcher this. Valentina Sergei from Officina Meningi, Italian game publisher. I worked with him last year on so Darcy, sorry. I got
I'm so
touched
sorry.
the mic and I jumped out of my skin.
Oh, horror game.
That was the horror. It's beginning now. I worked with Valentino last year on his stand, and at the end of the weekend, he gave me basically every game he's ever made because he's an angel. So when I bumped into him this year and just went over to say hello, immediately he goes, "Michelle, what can I give you from my table?" And I said, "Nothing, Valentino. I own all of your games." And he said, "Well, do you have Last Sabbath?" I said, "Yes, I do." Last Sabbath is this beautiful. It's you can play it as a solo game or as a GM-less co-op game, and it is a game where oh, can't show you that page. TOS. You play as a coven of witches who gradually lose your humanity over the
Ooh.
course of 7 scenes. Absolutely stunning and beautiful game.
Oh.
I already had this. I already had Last Sabbath. But then Valentino said, "Oh, well, if you have that, then I must give you these things." And he gave me this deck. It's the Witch's Tarot. It's a set of all of the major arcana cards illustrated by Sarah Trabucco. And they are all witches. Every card is a witch, and
Oh,
they'll have this beautiful, like, red sort of foil detail on them. Look at
oh
this.
my god.
They're absolutely incredible. I could spend the whole stream just showing you these, but I've just taken 2 out to show you the idea. Absolutely beautiful. So for the tarot prompts in the game, you can use the Witch's Tarot that matches. And then he also handed me this box, which contains scenarios for Last Sabbath. It contains 6 scenarios for the game, which sort of what you were talking about. I'm more and more appreciating when I'm playing more and more systems having pre-written adventures to play through, because I don't always have time to come up with a whole thing off the top of my head. So each one of them is on one of these trifold kind of. Actually, no, I say
Oh.
trifold. They're actually four pieces that fold out. Each one of them is a different color, so you can kind of remember, like, oh, I've played the blue one. Also with this stunning artwork on it.
Wow.
And look at this one, School of Magic, Frog Friend.
Frog
Frog
friend.
friend.
Frog Friend, Frog Friend. So yeah, thank you very much to Valentino Sergei of Officina Meningi in Italy for these bonus things for Last Sabbath. Very lovely. And oh my gosh, guys, so many gifts, so many generous people. I also want to show you this book, which I met a real life Viking, I think.
Mm. Mm.
Those of you who have been to UKGE will know that outside of the main exhibition center entrance, there's often this kind of Viking camp. Historical reenactors are hanging out there. And I got chatting to this fella who I actually thought might have been from there because he just had the Viking look about him. But we got talking. He told me his name was Hans and that he actually had a stall here advertising the game they just crowdfunded called Gvad. And I said, "Oh, do you have a business card?" And he said, "No, I've run out. Here, have this." And gave me a bottle opener that says, "Stay hydrated, drink mead."
Yep.
Um,
Tracks.
and then later on, he actually gave it to you two, I think, and said, "Here's a gift for Michelle," which was really sweet. And he gave me his game, which is called Tail. It's a really lovely book. It looks pretty hefty, but I've had a look through it, and what I really like about this book is that it's really written without any assumption that you know how to play a TTRPG.
Cool.
This is a fantasy book. It only uses 2d6. I think it uses Power by the Apocalypse system. And it explains everything. It explains like what you need and what it has a glossary in the front of like common terms used in role playing games, and it really just lays out everything. So I think this could be really nice if you wanted to try and play like a fantasy TTRPG that hits those fantasy kind of touchstones without it being the dragon game, and has lovely influences from Norwegian fantasy and folklore. Then this is Tale. Hans, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try. This is Tale by Hans Olav Ekornrød of Game Forlag in Norway. Thank you for this very generous gift. I'm very excited to read this more thoroughly when I have time to get through the big book.
Nice.
Chonky boy.
It's chunky.
We love when people bring their lived experiences, their familiarity with the nuances. I know in previous streams they're like, oh, another Viking game or something. This is actually by people who are born and raised or lived in Norway, right?
Yeah.
It's not people appropriating other cultures, even if it's white on white. No, this is their history, their story, and they probably have much more to say on it.
Absolutely. Like it's pulling from Norse mythology, like, and it's written by people who are from that region. So it's, it's wonderful to enjoy that kind of history no matter where you're from, but it's the best when you're playing a game that's actually written by the people who are from that culture. And that applies, as you say, it's not just about people of color, it's from people celebrating the culture of their region. So I was really excited to see that.
Yeah. I also have a gift. This was gifted to Euphoria and it landed in my backpack going back to the Netherlands.
Aha.
Aha! This is Tunnels and Trolls, a new age by Rebellion Unplugged, who are based in the UK. So this is a printed version of their beta quick start guide. You can get the digital version free on their website. I think through Drive Through RPG is where I also saw the digital version. And like you said, Michelle, this is its own original mechanic program where people imagined like the dragon game is nice. What can we improve? What did we find good? What do we want to play beyond the dragon game with that nostalgia? And that's traditionally what Tunnels and Trolls was, because I wasn't familiar with the premise or with the system. And you guys like, actually, we're familiar with this program. So like, oh, okay. And I did take a look through the guide. So all of this is available free digitally, but we got gifted the printed version. And it's crunch. It crunch. Bones also go crunch.
Oh,
Definitely go crunch.
Bones also go crunch. I definitely saw so for my unbiased, untainted eyes, not having seen the game before, I was like, I definitely see like Pathfinder sort of influences, or maybe Pathfinder was influenced by this game. Who knows what the order of operations was? I definitely see like dice pools built up, so it reminded me of Year Zero engines. I love that the art was also like very diverse. We get different body shapes. I think is something we don't see also beyond different skin tones and hair colors. Body shapes diversity is also something really cool and important. So I have friends who like crunch. I think I might
Says the star of the Pathfinder 2e podcast.
You might know one or two people who like some crunch.
like crunch. So we might look into that a bit more.
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool. Tunnels and Trolls has been around forever. Like, I think it's nearly as old as the Dragon game itself. So it's really cool to see this kind of Rebellion Unplugged publishing this new kind of updated version that's kind
Yeah.
of doing a similar thing where it's saying Tunnels and Trolls originally looked at D&D and said, that exists. How can we make that? Take the best things out of that and streamline it a bit. And it feels like this is now saying, what can we take the best of out of the current crunch games and
Yeah.
turn it into a streamlined version. It looks really cool.
So I'm curious like how this will develop, but if I were to play this, I would play it from the beta quick start, which I do believe also involves an adventure as well.
Oh, good.
Hey, we love it.
We love
A
that.
rusty bucket.
So
Love
thank you
that.
very much, Rebellion Unplugged. This was Tunnels and Trolls, a new age by Rebellion Unplugged based in the UK.
Good lads. Good lads. We met them at the preview night. They were good. Good vibes.
They were really lovely. I mostly knew them as board game publishers. They do like licensed board games and stuff, so it's cool to see they also do some RPGs. I didn't learn that until I met them at the preview evening. So hey, glad we went.
Glad we went. I got nothing gifted, gang. Just so you know, I don't have the charisma of the team. Apparently, it was all. Don't start. I went and saw excellent, lovely, incredible friend Kayla Dice, and it's mine. I have my copy. I have my beautiful paperback copy of The Gallant and the Virtuous by Kayla Dice of Ratwave Games, who is based in the UK and is as lovely as you have been led to believe. She is a gem. I got to play this. I had the PDF. I picked it up immediately because I saw a Jousty game. I saw Legacy GMless game, and I said, "Me, mine, thank you, microphone. Sorry." And Kayla said, "Here, have this," and I got 10% off. That's what I got gifted. But it is here. It is beautiful. It has beautiful illustrations, which I believe are stock art. We don't need AI. Thank you very much. And it's just a gorgeously laid out game. Like, there's nothing majorly impactful about it. It's understated and just nice. And I love that. I love that for Kayla, and I love that for us. It's a wonderful game to play. Highly, highly recommend. If you haven't heard of it, you joust and you use rock, paper, scissors to joust. It's so good. You build your characters, you build your kingdoms, and there is a great tournament. And as you win or lose bouts, you gain fortune tokens and doom tokens. And you can have as many jousts, as many tournaments, and as many feasts as you want. But by the end, after like I believe you're meant to do at least one with a time skip in the middle, but like 2 bouts with 1 time skip in the middle, but you can do as many as you want. And by the end, one of the characters will die. There's Michelle's activation. Doom.
Doom
Doom and sadness. You gain
Doom?
your Doom tokens depending on what you do in the scene, because every like playbook has triggers. And it's just like so. There is the playbook, the Dandy, which I believe was played by Milo when I got to play it as part of EUphoriaCon here at Euphoria. Doom trigger. If someone made you feel like a reject in a scene, mark a tally. And
Ooh.
so you can lean into these behaviors and your table can lean into them as well. And if you have the most doom triggers at the end of all the tournaments, you're going to die in the last tournament. It's so good. It's so excellent. It's so easy to pick up and play. It tells a really fantastic, I think, really unique story. Like, there's a lot of like, oh, medieval feudalism, ooh, knights on horses, but like, it's a Knight's Tale, the game, you guys, and you want it.
Okay, okay.
Sold.
Done.
Absolutely
Sold.
sold.
Beautiful.
I was sold already because Kayla made it, so I knew it was going to be good. But
She's so good.
like the emotionality and the doom, you know, I love a bit of doom.
You love a bit of Doom.
Love it, gorgeous. Very excited that you have a copy in your hands now. I know you've been on about that game for a while. How excited you were for it.
Yay.
I have more gifts. So many gifts. We're coming out of Europe briefly. We're going on a little adventure down to Australia. We were lucky enough to meet Story Brewers
They're
at
so nice.
UKGE, who probably best known for Good Society, the sort of Austin Regency style game. We got to chat to them. They were so nice. They were really lovely. To all three of us got to meet them across the weekend. Really lovely people. And Haley from Story Brewers was kind enough to gift me this Castles in the Air is their newer game, which is based on the same system, if you like, as Good Society, but it tells the story of you and your characters going through your life. It's like a coming of age story. You start as children and you grow up together, and it tells the story of your lives together. This hardback book is beautiful. Talk about like diverse characters and artwork. Just because you're playing a sort of quote unquote historical fiction doesn't mean that you have to make a whitewashed version of history. And they've really understood that with all this beautiful artwork. Um, I've just been flipping through this book. I'm not gonna lie, since I got back and looking at it and going, look how beautiful, and thinking about how
Ooh.
much I want to play it. So I'm probably gonna bully you guys into playing it with me. But Haley also gifted me the deck of cards, which you use to play it. Also has beautiful designs. I'll show you. So like when you're building your character, you can choose a family background. You could be an immigrant. Focus, please, camera. And it gives you like some prompts about like what kind of person you are if that's your background. Maybe you have these quirks such as people pleasing. You might be people pleasing if you often go against your better judgment in order to keep the peace. There you go. So really nice kind of cards to help you
I'm
build a really
being
unique character.
acted.
Yes, I know. I read that card. I pulled this one out at random of the box, and I was like, "Hey, hey, read me cards."
Direct attack.
And I also Haley was I went to see Haley at the Story Brewers stand at the end of the day on Sunday, and she just kept being like, "Listen, anything that I don't get rid of at this point is coming back to Australia, so have this too," which was really sweet. This is an expansion deck called Family and Passion, which gives you more prompts for your relationships and for romance and desire, as well as more family backgrounds. So even more stuff to make the game even bigger. So we're gonna have to play it more than once so we can try the expansion as well.
Okay.
Oh, what a shame. But that is Castles in the Air from Story Brewers from Australia. And while we're in Australia, I also want to quickly shout out Ravensridge Emporium, who we also got to meet this weekend and who I chatted to. Really lovely people who work with our friend and community member Per Janker, who is a wonderful German artist. He came to our lunchtime meetup on the Friday, which was a lovely surprise. I didn't even know he was going to be at UKGE, and he gifted us some art prints.
Crap,
We're all
mine is
frantically
upstairs.
looking for our
Oh my
prints.
no, I also have our prints.
Awesome. Do you have
They're
yours?
I got mine.
upstairs. Crap.
I got this one, this very spooky castle and skeleton knight, and you got this extremely cute mouse being chased by a very terrifying
Terrifying
owl.
owl.
This is what I love. This is just very quickly to jump in. Like, Pear's so fucking talented, you guys. If you've ever seen him like sharing stuff in our Discord, lovely little sweet, cartoony, like mouse Ritter esque mouse, perfect anatomically correct owl giving doom vibes. Like, never misses.
It's
Absolutely incredible.
so good. My home game of Delta Green, Afa commissioned her to do a little group photo of our characters, and he did like a movie poster, Impossible Landscapes, the movie, and I'm so in love with it. He does commissions and stuff as well. Like, shout out to Per. But yes, he works with Ravensridge Emporium. They're working on a game which I believe is coming to crowdfunding fairly soon, called A Thousand Rats Devour a City. And if you follow Power on Instagram, which you should, you'll be seeing he's been posting all of these designs of like fun, different, unique rat characters all the time. He's illustrating all of these, I guess, 1,000 rats.
Big Gus,
So
I love you.
I'm so excited. Oh yeah, Big Gus. They did mention that if you back in the first 48 hours, you will get a pin of Gus here. Yes.
Gold.
Darcy's sold. So I just wanted to shout that out because Per's a great part of our community, and I'm very excited that he's working on this game with Ravensridge Emporium. So thank you for the art, Per, and
Thank you.
yeah, keep an eye out for that crowdfunder when it goes live. I'm sure we'll share it on socials and stuff when that happens.
Woo. I think this is the last gift. I hope.
Finally got through.
Yours, maybe.
All right. Disclaimer, this was a gift given to Euphoria that also ended up in my backpack. This is Bloody and Alone in Appalachia by Chris Lowry of Beyond Cataclysm, based in the UK. So immediately the vibe we're getting is I got was like late 90s, early 2000s fantasy horror slasher based on like the color, the blood, sorry, TOS of the cover. But when I open it, I got more of the MÖRK vibes.
Oh,
I personally gravitate to this sort of horror more, but you get like a 2-for-1 with this.
Mm.
This is a solo horror TTRPG where you are encountering, trying to survive, a lot of folk monsters, cryptids that have like their origin stories in the Appalachian Mountains in North America. So we got things like Children of the Corn. We got things like the Wild Wrestler, Jack the Scarecrow. So very North American tinted horror urban mythology. And you play with a deck of cards and you basically have a bad time. And you like that.
But it's a horror game, so you're supposed to.
It is a horror game. You are supposed to have a bad time if you like that. Look at these Children of the Corn.
No, thank you. I don't want to.
All scary boys.
They
Scary,
are
scary boys.
They are scary, scary boys. And this was a very kind gift. Like we said, we're looking at October. I, for one, do like solo games. I don't mind them at all. Probably because I can be that impatient person and I need to go at my own pace, which sometimes is not fair to the people at the table. Solo games, it's just me. It's just me.
Just you.
It's just me. So thank you very much for the generous gift. I look forward to be very worried.
I look forward to having a bad time.
Yeah, which is weird because IRL, I don't do horror movies, TV. I can't. But if I'm, yeah, there we go.
Is that your segue? You building me the segue? Did you
I'm doing
fucking
the segue.
Speaking of things that I finally got my fucking hands on. It's so pretty. It's Ash's Ridge by Montford Tales, our good friend Rory, who's based in the UK. You may have seen an AP of this on a little known channel called Euphoria AP. I got to facilitate it. I got to play a practice game with these goons, and it was fucking incredible. And now it's here. I nearly held off and waited for the special edition, but I couldn't. I could not be that patient. I am not the patient person. I needed it in my hands. I'm so glad I have it because Rory is unhinged. Like every page of this is just sorry, microphone. Get it. Okay, maybe not that page. That's the contents page. But like it's just okay, that one as well. Stop making a liar of me, book. What?
Now we're talking. Look at that.
Listen, look. Rory painted this. This is a real oil painting that was on her stand and you could buy it. I don't know if anybody did, and she secretly confessed to us that she's like, I don't want anyone to buy it. I want to keep it. But it's a real oil. Fuck AI. This is real art. This is fucking labor, this is motion, this is skill, this is time, and look how fucking stunning it is. And the book is full of it.
It's beautiful. Like, that's just such a labor of love, this book.
And it
Uh,
feels like it. Like you can
hand painting
feel
hand painting all of these beautiful paintings. She also had on her stand, like, handmade, like, Scrabble tiles, like, her
yeah.
own Scrabble, like, she made those!
She learnt how to make them to make it for this book. And she's got two different sets of them. They're stunning, they're so tactile and wonderful. The game, of course, being I saw Rory's tweet about it today, bring the X-Files to the Lake District. Look at that.
It definitely has, like,
You
Twin Peaks vibes as well, I feel
right?
like.
Twin Peaks in the Lake District, you know. And again, it's that thing that makes me really excited of a big kind of IP or general trope, and somebody goes, put it somewhere local to me. Put it in our country, in our region, fill it with flavor. And that's exactly what Rory's done. It is a GM-less game. You basically form the writer's room of this fictional paranormal TV show. You pull your Scrabble tiles to make a word, and you pull the cards. All these cards are real as well, by the way. You can buy this deck of cards with all these pictures of your locations, and you set up. She's got a fucking flowchart. I love her so much,
Love games with a flowchart.
right? And you start off with you have characters, but you don't always play them. You can play the NPCs, you can play the environment. You introduce these supernatural elements, and it has this through line of everything being framed as a TV show. The sample of play is written as a script. Everything is geared towards getting you to introduce those cinematic elements, talk about like what you can hear, what you can see. Your playbook doesn't have a look, they have a wardrobe because they're playing a character. It's so good. It's so another kind of chart. Excellent at guiding you through how to play because I think it's quite a it's not reinventing the wheel, but it is a very unique spin. The Scrabble tiles in particular, I don't think I've seen that in another game. A lot of really unique elements coming together to make something really special and unique. Um, it's been one of my favorite experiences has been playing it. It's just gold, absolute gold.
Yeah,
It was on Kickstarter. You can get pre-orders. Go and pick it up. It's beautiful.
definitely. I love that it uses cards and Scrabble tiles. I'm really here for, like, taking the components of, like, those old school family games everyone has and repurposing them. And when's the TTRPG that uses Kaplunk coming out?
I think you're gonna have to design it now,
Well,
Michelle.
I guess I've made that happen. Yeah, it was so nice to see Rory and finally see that
Yeah.
in the flesh, and I'm glad you managed to pick one up.
Oh,
Um, oh, speaking of friends and seeing something in the flesh, uh, I got to stop by Blackwell Games and meet Anna Blackwell from Scotland. And
hey!
not a gift, I actually bought something this weekend. I purchased for small creatures such as we this sci-fi role-playing game, which can be played GM-less or solo, which I think is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play through. I've never played through like a big solo book that has like a campaign mode, and I think this is going to be the one because for small creatures such as we is how could I say it? It feels like sci-fi that comes from a place of love. For love of people, love of culture, love of the exploration side of sci-fi. It's not about big battles and laser guns. It's about going out and seeing what's in the universe and approaching it with love. And I just think that's a beautiful way to like explore a game. It uses cards as prompts. It has. I'm going to try and flip through it so you all can see it. It's very, very beautifully laid out. I feel like the
Oh,
layout of it really hits that vibe of like it's sci-fi, but it's not all gray and blue. It's colorful and it's laid out in a very readable, easy to navigate way that I really like. This is a stunning book, but I also picked up while I was there. Anna told me that they had 3 expansions for the game. The 3 of them, one of them was War, which I was a bit like, oh, War, that seems like surprising for this game. But then when she talked about it, she was saying it's really more about you can play soldiers and people in the war. You can play people who are impacted by the war. You can play diplomats and politicians who are trying to stop war. So it's all about the human impacts or the alien impacts, if you like, of conflict and exploring that, which sounded, I was like, okay, yeah, no, you got me. There was Love and Lust, which is all about exploring different types of love, whether that's platonic love, familial love, erotic love, which I thought was extremely cool. But I got myself a guide to fauna which is an expansion where you have 3 different new planets. One of them is called Darwin. You create the incredible creatures, alien creatures that live on this world. Then you find out the world is doomed. And that's my activation phrase. There's doom. But we're not going to let these animals be doomed. I'm a big animal lover. We have to save them. So in this expansion, you need to go and find a new planet that could be a suitable home to terraform and save the creatures who are on this doomed planet. So that is for small creatures such as we, and the expansion, A Guide to Fauna, by Anna Blackwell from Scotland. I'm so happy I finally picked these up. We had the solo playthrough of the small creatures such as we that I think Fiona did was one of the first things this channel had. And then we've had the GM-less one that was facilitated by Maddie as part of TTRP Girls. So we have featured both modes on the channel. So I've seen it played both ways and I've wanted it for a while. And I'm really happy I got to meet Anna and pick it up myself. And it's pretty. It's pretty things, pretty design, beautiful book. I'm looking forward to cracking into this and just sitting down and doing some solo gaming. It's all about the solo gaming this year, I feel like.
It really
Huge
is,
theme.
isn't it?
Picked up so many solo games.
Have you read the books that is not based on, but like an homage to the Becky Chambers books?
I haven't, but I really think I should because people told me about them and it's like it's on my list. It's on my ever growing to read list.
After you've played that, you're gonna be feral for it. I think you'll really enjoy them.
I don't know which way round to do it. I think I'll play the game, then read
Yeah.
the books. I think I'll play the game first because I have it. I need to get on and play it.
Right. My next game is not a solo game. We were talking about like horror, emotional world building, self discovery. What about a goose?
Honk honk.
Listen, the goose is a queer icon changed my mind.
One Honk, Two Furious, a goose-based TTRPG by Jack Nixon.
Dixon.
By Jack Dixon. Wait, what did I say? Did I say Dixon?
Nixon.
Oh, sorry. I have a cough drop in my throat. Maybe my friend, my throat is still like having a day, but I'm happy.
I love this for you.
So, UKGE, lots of varied games, a lot of 5e, not as much as other conventions I've personally been to. So we came to the table. It looked very wonderfully decorated, had a lot of 5e. And Darcy and I were like, that's cool art. It's cool flavor. I wonder if there's anything not 5e. And we got pointed towards a rack, and I was like, oh, it's they have an original Honk RPG system. HONK is an acronym that stands for heroic, observant, nimble, and chaotic with a K. In the Honk system, you are geese. Your party is the capital definite article, gaggle. And there are various adventures. This one is Goose Against Capitalism.
Love that.
Your antagonists are humans. Your geese have traits. It's amazing. The game is like a love letter to funny birds, with NPCs with punny names like Ludwig van Beethoven,
Screaming.
like Honkini, very, very staunchly anti-AI, and
Okay, see
love
you in
of
here.
just the game, and pardon my hand, and eating the rich.
Hell
But
yeah.
Yeah.
But when geese do it, it's gonna hurt extra.
Mm.
This is great. One of my favorite video games ever is the Untitled Goose Game, which is a
Yeah.
video game where you just play a horrible goose and antagonize people. And I love
Mm.
that this feels like the RPG equivalent of that. But you can
Queer
be
icon.
a gaggle of horrible geese. Even
Everybody
better.
gets to be horrible.
Like you're horrible, but you're horrible for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it comes with 2 adventures. This book includes the whole. Yes. It's a fist.
The art's so good.
It's brilliant. The book includes the mechanic, the system, and the adventure. So you don't need to buy a system book and a separate adventure module. Sometimes I need these games too. So that was One Honk, Two Furious, a goose-based TTRPG by Jack Dixon, based in the UK.
Fucking
Honk.
nailed it.
Honk.
Fucking nailed it, dude. Like I said, horror games, I guess, of a different kind. I'm chasing a goose who wants to eat you is kind of a horror game if you play it correctly.
Mhm.
Um, things that I didn't expect to pick up. I love getting a sales pitch from somebody at UKGE and being like, "Yeah, you sold it to me. Like you have absolutely sold me this game." And Alyssa Ridley of Biscuit Fund Games absolutely sold me a hunt through the bitter cold. Firstly, it's spiral bound. Love that. Love to see that. Bit different. It's gorgeous. And Alyssa told me all about how this is a rebuild. This is kind of a redo of a previous game, but it's been completely overhauled and improved. And it's a two-player game, an asynchronous two-player game in which one of you plays the bitter cold, which is winter and malice and nature and like this character essentially, and the other is this guy, little just human guy trying to get through, trying to travel, and you're pitted against one another. And basically, this guy's going to have a bad time. I think it sounds very much like he's not going to get through. They're not going to have a good time of it. They have to do resource management. They have to find shelter. They have to find food. And it just sounds like a really immersive, intense kind of experience for two players, which I think is really, really interesting. A lot of two-player games that I have and do play are a bit more, let's have a conversation, let's do some work. No, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Run. It doesn't use the word doom, Michelle, but it's baked in. It's right there. It is card based. There are lots of prompts. Again, we've got some evil looking creatures coming at you in the art, which we love to see. And you're meant to play this. The reason that it is spiral bound, sorry, microphone, is so that it can lay on the table because you play with it to guide you through what is happening. And essentially, your little guy is going to try and run through the bitter cold. You're going to try and survive. And then when you fail, you swap. You roll up a new guy and you become the bitter cold. And you can basically just play it for as long as you want. Um, Lovely, beautiful art,
I love that. I can already see how you can, like, between two of you, tell this like ongoing story of
right?
people who have been lost to the bitter cold. That's so
I
cool.
don't know if there's like any world building going it because for some reason I was listening to Alyssa tell me about this and I was like, how can I make this about mechs? And I don't know if I can, but by God, I'm gonna try. So I need to have a proper look through and see if there's any kind of tweaking that we can do, any world building in the start. Uh, Mechs are susceptible to the cold as well, so I'm sure I can make that happen.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's points based. If you hit 20 points, then you win, but you're going to have a long, hard journey to get there. That is A Hunt Through the Bitter Cold by Alyssa Ridley of Biscuit Fun Games, who are based in the UK.
Cool. I know that
Amazing.
game. IRL. I am the bitter cold.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be like, I'm from Brooklyn, and that's I've played this game in the winter.
I am the bitter cold. My husband is the little guy.
Mm,
All year round, my feet are ice cold, even in the summer. Ice cold.
you gonna get him?
He
You gonna
gets
get him?
got.
You gonna get him? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of quick fire here because we've been yapping and there's still so many games. I picked up
We
so many
like to
things.
yap. This is what the
Um,
people are here for.
but yeah, speaking of a two-player game where one of you is trying to kill the other one, we came across a table from a lovely couple who run a game store called Fights and Fancy. It's in Scarborough. It's a games cafe as well as an RPG shop. So we were chatting to them. They were very lovely, and I saw this envelope on their table with this. Honest to God, the lighting is not great, but it's a wax seal with a golden skull on it. And I said, I have to know what is inside this. This is To the Death by Poppy Layton of Fights and Fancy in the UK. This is a micro TTRPG about dying. It is a two-player game, and I really love. It's just another piece of really interesting design. It's a trifold leaflet, but I don't know how well you can see this. But on one side, the text is upside down from the other, and the
Oh,
reason is because it's designed to be played like this. In between the two of you, as you sit opposite each other, you have this play mat. One of you is a person who is deceased, and one of you is the god of death. And the person who is deceased has to challenge the god of death, has to convince the god of death to allow them to live. And Poppy told me that it was kind of conceived as something you could use if you were playing something like 5e. You could narrativize your death saves by playing this game with kind of the dice that you're trying to like win against each other. But it's also completely playable just as a standalone miniature TTRPG. Two people having a conversation and having a challenge and trying to decide whether you should live or die. Absolutely my shit. Very
Mhm.
excited to pick this up. So this is To the Death by Poppy Layton of Fights and Fancy from the UK. Love this. And while I'm on the subject of games printed on trifolds, I also popped by Shrimp Fried Dice, which is Finley Palaniki's stand. Uh, Anyone who knows Finley knows that they are the absolute oracle when it comes to solo games. Solo games were a big theme at this year's con, and one of the reasons I think for that was because Finley did the immense hard work of putting together a zine collecting basically every single solo TTRPG that they could possibly find out about that was on sale at the convention, and listed like a little bit about what each game was and where they could find it. I've seen people in the UK Tabletop Industry Network server talking about how people were coming up to them with Finley's zine in their hands because they'd read about their game and come to find it. So Finley was doing an amazing thing for the community of smaller creators by putting this scene together. But Finley also makes their own solo games, and I think that Finley doesn't shout about them enough, so I'm going to. I picked up The Final Days of Maccabee Haze, which is printed on two trifold leaflets, which basically look like tourism brochures. And the reason for that is that it is a solo game where you are investigating. You have finally arrived at Maccabee Haze, an idyllic town everyone is adamant never existed. And you are trying to investigate using playing cards and d6s as your prompts to try and find out what exactly happened here, how this town became abandoned, and why everybody insists that it never existed. It says, "To be forgotten is a dreadful fate for not only the residents but the town itself. Please drive with care and respect our natural spaces." I love this. It's a really, really cool concept. I love an investigation kind of game. I love an investigation game that doesn't necessarily have a set answer, but one in which you're going to generate the clues and find out what makes sense for your story. The second leaflet is the town guide for curious tourists. Which has lots of roll tables and a guide to, I know you love roll tables, Darcy, and a guide to the different suits you can draw if you're using cards, to allow you to sort of generate the different strange items you find. I love this. I don't have my, I had to actually move all my dice because my desk is covered in games. But I'm going to pick at random here that if I happen to roll a 22, I would find a kitschy glass sculpture, and then if I rolled again and got a 54, it would be caked in mud. Love that. So you're generating the thing you find and a strange description for it. So these clues are going to be unique every time you play, which I love. I also want to shout out the character sheet. Is a little. It's a bus schedule. It's the bus
Oh
schedule
my
from the
god.
town of Maccabee Haze, and then on the back you've got your list of evidence and things you find, so you can keep track of what you're doing. And I also just I love the design of this. It looks like a tourist brochure. Finley told me these are just photos that they've taken when they visited towns. Again, you don't need generative AI. Like, that's
Fair.
creative. They just went out
Mhm.
themselves and took some pictures and then put them together to make it look like this little tourist brochure. So that is The Final Days of Maccabee Haze by Finley Palaniki, aka Shrimp Fried Dice from the UK. Another really fun little solo game. And while I'm quick firing, I'm going to very quickly just show you this tiny zine. This tiny
Oh,
zine, which was gifted to me by Tori Truslow when we were working on the UK Tin Stand together. She told me she was very tired because she'd been up late the night before the con making a zine, which, is there anything more independent game designer than that?
that's
It's
the
just
energy.
a teeny tiny little zine on A4 folded, made up of sort of printed text put together, and it's a little generator for an exploration of a mysterious cave with some strange things you might find inside of it. The lizard is still incomplete, so it remains motionless, looking for the hole in it. There he is.
What?
I love
Also
this.
sentence.
Mm.
Just a strange little poetic zine for a tiny little adventure into a cave, and then at the end you can find out what treasure you find after exploring. Thanks, Tori, for giving me this. It's a really cute little, tiny little scene. And you should check out Tori Trussler's other games. They're not all as miniature as this. She makes some really, really beautiful scenes. So check out Tori Trussler from the UK as well. There we go. Whew, I've done my quick fire. I've yapped. Someone else yap. Well, I get my breath back.
I guess I got to yap. So this was my
Before you start raiding,
Oh.
before you start yapping, we've had a raid. Hello, raiders. Goodness
Hello,
gracious.
raiders.
Wow has brought us in. 20 people. Look at you all. Another raid. Welcome in. If you don't know who we are Euphoria. I am Darcy. This is Ida and Michelle. We are a TTRPG AP studio and community uplifting the best and brightest of the European TTRPG scene anywhere outside of the US, essentially. And we're just showing off the games that we bought at UKGE. They're incredible. Go and rewatch this and then go and buy all of these games. And we spent lots of money, so give us some of it back. Thanks very much. Ida is about to tell us about the next game she picked up.
So this was a bigger purchase for me. Mostly because it was beautiful and I got to talk to someone who made the game and I was like, yes, you're getting my money. So I was at the UK Tin stand as well, and I saw a solo game called Realms. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous art. This is Realms Atria. I haven't actually said this word out loud yet. This is Realms Atria by Princess Woy, based in the UK. Princess Woy is a POC creator here. And this is a solo GM-less TTRPG. Also solo plus. And essentially, Princess has created a huge fantasy world, a la the RPGs that we maybe played like video game wise. With a magical background, houses, with lots of NPCs. Essentially, the game takes you on adventures throughout this fantasy world with its rich history. You get to sort of explore and play. And I bought a bundle set that includes the core game and a separate role book as well. This is a lot of content. That's a lot for the price I got. I consider that a bargain. It also included a bookmark. It's
Love a
functional
bookmark.
with a flowchart. If your game can be sort of simplified down to a flowchart, because you get the both like expanded explanation and simplified, you're doing game design right. That's my opinion. I think that's right. This is the second version of their game, of this game universe. So you can find that on their itch.io.
Son's already there in the chat. They're already there looking it up.
Our son's found it on itch. Good. Yeah, support Princess. This game is beautiful.
Yeah. You have tables where you can generate the sort of names that exist in this world. And I opened up a random page, and these are very much, I would gather, like North African heritage kind of names. Like we're already exploring a lot of other cultures. We are exploring a lot of other backgrounds that your character can have. You are prompted to write like sentences based on things you wrote that literally build your story within this existing fantasy world. And then everything is subcategorized. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
The pages are organized in different colors. Because I am the person that loads their books with Post-its.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know exactly where they go in there. I will color code my Post-its because I'm also that person.
Same.
That
See?
doesn't surprise me.
Yep. The rule books come with much more extra prompts as well. So many prompts. Gorgeous, gorgeous line drawn art. No Gen AI. Fuck Gen AI. The book also comes with a printout sample character sheet.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
Easy black and white. I love because then you can photocopy it, scan it, and simplify it. Sometimes character sheets are great and amazing, but they're inaccessible. Pirate Borg and looking at you. It's vibes, but it's hard to write in it. This is easy to write in. So this is the first for solo TTRPGs. This is a big one.
Mm.
So I feel I don't know how long a single playthrough is going to be. I'm going to assume it has multiple playthroughs. Basically, this is a lot of game. And that makes me really, really excited. And when I learned, oh, you're Princess Woy, I've seen you on the socials. I want to buy your game. That made me excited. That made me proud to spend my very limited funds my very limited suitcase space, I only had a backpack, not a carry-on, a personal item on this trip. And I'm like, this is where it's gonna go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's
So
so
that's Realms Etria version 2 by Princess Roy, based in the UK.
I'm so glad the space left behind by all the stroke waffles you gave out was filled with that beautiful book. It was a good exchange, I think. I had
Yeah,
a stroke waffle this morning for my breakfast, and it was
good.
delicious. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Also, the pancake space.
Oh, yeah, the pancake space. Very important. Um, Darcy, you're on mute, my love, but I can't wait to hear what the beautiful game you've picked up. Yep,
Yep,
really
that
good.
one.
Should we dub? I'm
Yeah.
Darcy, and I'm cool. Oh, they're back.
Flip it and send us what I was actually saying during that break. I wasn't saying anything of value. No, I was going to say that Ida and I were at the UK Tin stall having a look at all the amazing varied games. Go and support UK Tin if you get a chance because they sell a lot of amazing games by a lot of amazing UK and wider world creatives as well. We were just looking, we were just browsing. Yeah, no, that's very pretty. That looks really nice. And Princess happened to be working the stall at that time, and she said, "That's my game." And the way Ida and I both went, "Whoa, let's see that multi-tail!" It was absolutely wonderful to see a POC designer up front selling a beautiful, beautiful game, and we were like, "Yes, we want to support you. We want to see more of that." It was wonderful.
It's easy to
Um,
do when the game is that incredible as well.
I know, right? I know,
Beautiful design.
absolutely. Um, yes, I spent a big chunk of money too. This was my big purchase. Again, hadn't intended on buying this, but I had to go and say hello to Aracana Media, who created Nibiru, which was on our channel only last month. What is time? I think it was last month.
I think so.
And I was like, oh, I'll go and see if they've got any copies of Nibiru. I'll go and say hello and let them know that we ran the game, that Wasitun ran the game for us on the channel and say hello. And I walked up and I got chatting to a very lovely gentleman, Argentinian gentleman named Federico. And they didn't have Nibiru because they had a very stripped back kind of stall. It was basically just Federico and a bench, like a box, and maybe a beanbag. And then all these copies of this absolutely stunning game called Zephyr. So this is Zephyr by Aracana Media, who are currently based in Argentina. And it's just Federico. He has done all this beautiful art and he has created this absolutely stunning game that I cannot fucking wait to play. It is an anarchist fantasy game of fleeting identities. It's this beautiful, really uniquely shaped, like I love a nice, interesting format and a bookmark. We love a bookmark. Two bookmarks.
Oh, I love two
And
bookmarks. Yes.
gold standard. Everybody get on it. Gold standard. And then you also get this little pouch. There are no dice in this game. Everything is done with these beautiful, pretty little tokens.
Shinies, full magpie mode. Give me the shiny thing.
Right? My daughter hasn't seen this yet, which is like that's why I've got them all to hand because she hasn't been let loose on them yet. But I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but they are all of one of four colors. And basically everything in this world, the setting is this beautiful world where you play these little guys, these little wind folk. Um, and they're very like the Studio Ghibli vibes. There's like Soot Sprite vibes. What's the Kokiri? No, that's Zelda thing. Zelda vibes as well. The little guys from Mononoke Hime, the little
Oh, I
creepy
know
little
Oh,
the
forest
fellas.
guys.
Yeah.
Right? Very, very those vibes. And they live on a sentient continent, a sentient landmass, which walks around, and everything on this continent is powered by its feelings. You want to talk about emotionality in a game, right? Everything is emotion, everything is natural, and everything is about finding like you go on a great adventure. This is like your great you're creating your own myth. This is your calling in life. There's world building at the beginning, which is talked about through fucking comics. Like the amount of work that is right.
A game
From
designer and an artist, and then you said comics
in a
creator as
talking me
in
well.
a
through it, and I was
box
like,
set.
"You've already got me. I'm already let me go and get my wallet." But he just kept talking and telling me all about it. You get told these comics are about the creation myths, about the moon and things, and you get to like decide which one you believe in, but then tweak a detail about it and say, actually, it's slightly different, the one that our clan believes in. And I just love that investment up top. artwork. Jesus
My
Christ.
God.
Right? And it's just full of stuff like this. And so you don't roll. What you do is you build your character and you have the tokens that represent its like stamina, its life force. And what you do when you do something that is challenging, you secretly take a handful and the GM secretly takes a handful. And it's like liar's dice. You have to bet your amount against their amount. And the amount, like the discrepancy that you need to get a success is different depending on the difficulty of the roll. And then you go around, I could talk about this for fucking hours. It's so good. You go around and you meet your monsters and things, and everything has a token key. So when you defeat or overcome a monster, that's your loot. You gain those tokens and you can distribute them through your clan, your party, and level up and gain different abilities and more power. And just the whole thing is so fucking beautiful.
I love it. It's like Souls-like vibes. It's like
Yeah,
Legend of
yeah,
Zelda vibes. It's
very much so.
fun, okay vibes. I remember this because you left your bag behind the moonshine stand. I said, I'm just gonna go quickly. Arakami
Yeah,
Media
just
just over there. I'm gonna go say hi. And then you came beetling back over and you were like, I need my wallet out of my bag. Michelle, come and see this. And I came over and yeah, I saw this and was like, no fair. Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna need to buy that game.
yeah.
Look at it.
It's there's a lot to it. I think it seems quite involved, but I think there's just so much world building has gone on here, and it really opens up. Like you were saying about realms, Ida, it's just like go on an adventure. There's a whole map. Where's the fucking map gone? I can't even see it, but there's like this whole double-sided map of the world, and you can just go on a big adventure, decide what your intent is, like what your goal is, and then just go out and tell this grand epic story of doing it. It's
It's
absolutely
beautiful.
beautiful.
Sorry to speak over. I think Asan
Please do.
just said in chat that I think Frederico's pronouns we may have gotten wrong. So
I
apologies for that,
apologize.
Frederico. They, I
Sorry.
think it's they.
They. Apologies.
I just checked a different article and I'm seeing they used a lot.
Okay.
Hey, we
My
friends.
deepest apologies. I made an assumption there and did not check. They, them, Frederico. I'm so, so sorry. But yes, they have made an absolutely incredible book. I can't wait to get stuck into it. And I don't even care that I couldn't get Nibiru.
Because you got this and look
I
at
got
it.
this instead.
Look at it. Ugh,
Just so
we have to
beautiful.
give this a go. The
Oh
emotionality.
no. We
So
have to play more games together, pal.
okay.
Games.
So I'm noticing the time, so I'll go fast for my next last one. You said feelings. You said
I'm
emotions.
gonna keep
You
showing
said
off the art.
depth. I went again. I didn't do that. I had some cash left in my wallet, so I'm like, okay, cash doesn't count. Verb,
Yes.
verb crime. Um, Pigeons 11s, B-Birds do crimes. By ninth level games, and I also got Sentai and Sensibility, also published by ninth level games. I'm not going into too much detail because I ended up Googling. I was like, oh, it's an American publisher. That's cool. I got it at UKGE Expo. I had cash, doesn't count for me. Because I saw this and I couldn't keep straight.
I
Your
love it. I think we've learned that Mex is Darcy's activation, Doom is mine, and Burbs is Aida's.
burbs, burbs, your burbs and your bad. What I also particularly loved about this game, where it's like, okay, I'll spend the cash here, is in this game, we have hard baked in safety tools, lines and veils, an explanation of it. We don't take for granted what it is, transparency and content warnings, how to discuss this with your players. Sentai and Sensibility. If you're unfamiliar, Sentai is the Japanese genre of like mass costume martial arts fighting heroes. And the game includes a sensitivity reader.
Oh, we love to see
And
it.
I was like, okay, I'll spend my cash. And so take Power Rangers is like one of the more common Sentais you're probably familiar with. Regency.
Yes, Regency Power Rangers.
Regency Power Rangers.
That's amazing. I can see why you got these.
Regency Power Ranger Sentai Max.
Oh,
Darcy Trigger.
Trying to unmute. Hello, hello, it's been activated. Hello.
Darcy's back.
So I thought that was really cool, and I'm just gonna play this for me. Can you see them kissing? They're kissing.
Yep.
Oh, they smooch.
Yep. Yeah, they should definitely kiss.
Happy Pride. So just for funsies, I picked up from the ninth level table Pigeons 11 beat thirds do crimes, and Sentai and Sensibility.
Really great. Okay, we go quick fire. We have some other bits and bobs that we collected over the weekend that are not game books that we're going to show you. I'm going to start with the t-shirt I'm wearing, which was given to me by Ren, and I'm obsessed with it. And if you do not know about The Lands Remaining, a game which does not exist yet, then this shirt will be inscrutable.
Then
to
why
you.
not? Why don't you know
Um,
about this game that doesn't exist yet?
There is an actual play which I am in on the Bad Spot YouTube channel, and Ren is also in it and printed up this t-shirt and handed it to me at UKGE, and I'm in love with it. It's so funny. I also have some lovely badges from the Bad Spot crew. Matt Risby was handing out this one that says Jason Cordoba Mouth Sound Survivors Club, which I have. And he also made me a special one just for me that says no mechanical benefits, because he understands the kind of player I am when I play games. Speaking of badges, all three of us were kindly gifted by Sam Armstrong. The Spectral Sea, nice wooden pin badge. Tales from the Spectral Sea is a fantastic game, which I think we discovered maybe last year at UKGE. I think you guys
No, I
met
don't. I
for
met Sam at Dragon Meet.
Dragon Meet. That's right.
That
And
long
you,
ago
and you
as
got
well.
gifted a copy.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was lovely to
I
see
do
Sam
get
again.
gifts.
Ah,
I do get gifts.
you got gifts.
Lovely to see Sam. Thank you for the badges. What else did I get? I visited Stop, Drop, and Roll Games, and they gave me this sticker for their game Why We Fight.
That's a good game, I hear.
Interesting game.
Yeah,
Maybe I've tried it at some point.
maybe.
Lovely sticker. It's probably going to go on my backdrop once I need more blue tack. I have a thing about stickers. I have to blue tack them.
Yep,
These are
yep,
all blue
yep.
tacked on. Listen,
I see
it's
you.
fine.
I hear you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm not weird. It's normal actually. And I have yes. If you saw on social media, if you've ever seen those lovely maps of UKGE, which are drawn like fantasy medieval towns, and all of the RPG stands are like unique little drawings. Those are done by Jog Brogson. I'm very sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. Lovely guy. He was wandering around UKG handing out these zines, which are basically a portfolio of all of the incredible cartography work that he does. He did Gallows Corner. He did this map for Gallows Corner by our friends at Three Sail Studios. And this is basically, it's a very clever idea. It's a zine of all the different types of maps that he's capable of doing. And he also does the that kind of alternative UKGE map which highlights TTRPG creators. He does that for free, just like as a favor to the community. So really cool guy. Just thought I'd to quickly shout out Jog Brogskin for this very cool zine that he was handing out to people of all of his amazing maps. Like what a great cartographer. Really cool. I think that's all of the gifted objects I ended up with. So yeah, those were all lovely gifts from people. Ida, I think we met your very
Burp.
special
I got burned.
non-game
Burp.
purchase.
It was Sunday, where Darcy and I are walking around.
Saturday when we didn't spend any money.
We're like, okay, we're gonna have to be more responsible. And don't spend money. And then I saw these burbs sitting in a cardboard box with marker backwards E's, bad spelling that said need good home. And I was like, I got this baby from Crown and Crow, who does other like crow gothic game and settings, mostly for 5e. But they had these children. He's a little baby crow with a crown, and I have to. I will name them because it's looking for a name. Hello, my name is. Waiting for husband to come home after his own convention. But use my baby. That's my treasure. No regrets. Next.
What was your treasure, Darcy? I know you have it there.
I mean, I did get Mech Games. Oh my god, microphone! I'm so sorry.
Just punching that microphone.
It's in the way. I did get Mech Games because, of course, I got Mech Games, but I can't verify. I know for a fact this is a US creator. This is Nova by Spencer, whose name is escaping me. Healer RPGs. Been meaning to try it for a while. Can't verify the location of the designer of this one, but this is Rock Hoppers. This is a solo Wretched and Alone game. I don't like solo games, but I'm really looking forward to playing this. And then my most treasuriest treasure. Spencer Campbell, thank you, chat. You've always got me. Stitch markers. Lola was selling stitch markers, and I knew, like, they were tweeting about it. I also tweet, you know what I mean. I was like, stitch markers. I need to get stitch markers for my crochet projects. They're little potions, and they all have little pride flags. I got a gay one. I got a bi pride one. I got ambi pride one, and I got trans pride one because I am all of those things. But I don't. Lola told me what this one is. Again, chat, you've usually got me. What is this one? It's like a muted rainbow, but there's black at the top. No red or
Ooh,
orange.
I don't
I don't
know.
know that
I
one.
I
don't
don't
know. We
recognize
don't
that
know
one.
yet. We
We
will
don't
find
know
out
yet.
later.
We will find out. Lola, if you're rewatching this VOD, you said you did tell me what it is, but I can't remember. What is this? Is it me? Am I appropriating a culture I don't know? I'll find out. It's not me.
By having it on your crochet
By
project.
using it for my really super gay crochet project. Listen.
You supported a disabled POC non-binary person. You gave them money.
I gave them money,
It's
and I
not-
got
Love that.
excellent messages in return. And now I need something new to crochet. I've been trying to make this fucking Alistair doll for so long. I need to get back to it.
Last treasures.
Yeah, speaking of gay, we did
No.
we found a lovely stand, a really beautiful stand. I think we were drawn to it because we saw a lovely like hand drawn no AI sign on the stand, and we
Mhm.
were like, hell yeah! Went over and met Critical Queer from Wales in the UK. They had all sorts of lovely things like dice jails and cute physical accessories, and I picked up this
Burp,
lovely dice mat
I
with
didn't know I had a verb on
it
it.
had bob. So
burp.
yeah, it like goes flat, which is very good for packing. Then you can fold it up into a rolling mat. Really beautiful. I hope that my wife is not watching this pod because this is going to be a present for them for their birthday.
Yay.
This it's got a lovely burb on it. Look at this lovely burb.
Like a
So
crane.
yeah, sure. It's a
Burp.
well, it's a crane. It is a crane because it has
Yeah.
a red thing on its head.
It's
It's
just
a
Yeah.
burp.
crane.
It's burp.
It's a bird. That's the important thing.
Good bug.
Really nicely, lovely, nice quality. Critical Queer make all sorts of lovely things. They have a web shop as well, so go check them out. Support some queer creatives because it is Pride Month, and they are based in Wales in the UK.
Nice.
And last, final thing, we of course, Darcy and I, we had to go by our favorite Ariane from Lucky Leaf Teas. We love Lucky Leaf Teas. Ariane's one of the nicest people ever.
Oh
She's
god,
one.
just
She's like
so
a
good.
fashion icon. She looks like a fairy who is flutters around handing out teas. She makes these blends that are inspired by TTRPGs. I picked up Paladin's Pleasure, which has ginger and turmeric, and was the charity of the month last month because it was the very end of May. And a portion of the profits from all the sales was going towards a charity which helps people who are struggling with energy bills, basically, to make sure that they can keep themselves warm and looked after and fed, and the energy prices are not making them in danger. Which tea did you get, Darcy?
This is like my 4th or 5th big pack of Artificer's Assistant since Dragon Meat. It's just so good. It's like a caramel Earl Grey, and I love an Earl Grey. And to get that little added bit of sweetness and depth without having to add anything, it's just highly recommend. And I also got a little taster of Coven's Comfort, which is like a Valyrian mint chamomile, like a sleepy tea. So I haven't tried that one yet because if I try it on stream, I'll fall asleep. But I will.
I do also just want to shout out, just before we went live, I did see on Blue Sky, Ariane said what this month's charity of the month is going to be. Because it's Pride Month, I think it's called Druid's something, Druid's Delight. It said it was a good one to make iced tea with since it's summer. And the charity of the month is Not a Phase, which is a trans-led UK-wide charity, which is all about uplifting and supporting transgender adults through social advocacy and through supporting and funding other trans-led initiatives. So yeah, Ariane's great. Support her and support queer causes because it's Pride Month, baby. And we're all gay as fuck and spent a lot of money on lovely things. And I'm very happy about our haul, and I'm very happy that we met so many wonderful people.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired. I'm so tired, but it's the good kind of tired.
It's the
Yeah.
good kind of tired. Thank you everyone for watching. When the VOD is up, we will have links for most of the things we discussed down below. If you're interested, give them a shout. We hope to see you at a future convention. If not, follow us on the socials and you'll definitely see more of us, more of our amazing tables, all the good things that Europe has to offer, and all the attention that Europe is receiving from other countries as well. That's us. We're so cool.
That's us. And
Yeah.
if
And
you haven't watched it yet, head over
yep.
to YouTube, watch our recap video, which we filmed on the Sunday night when we were still in one place. Ida, somebody said to me,
like this.
I can't remember who said it. Someone said to me, it sounds like Ida's been gargling gravel, which was like the perfect description. But yeah, check that out if you want to see Ida feeding a stroke waffle to a Dalek, because there is footage of that in this video. It passes by without comment, so you're gonna have to keep an eye because I just put that B-roll in and you're gonna have to find it. But
I love that we tell you that that happened. You just came across that footage while editing, like, what the fuck?
tell me it happened. I'm just going through the B-roll. It's like, oh, here's some B-roll of a hall. Here's a B-roll of a table. There's a Dalek eating a stroke waffle. Great
Those are
stuff.
not normal things that happened. It was UKGE.
I had to feed.
You came with one mission and one mission only.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in to see our haul. Check out all of these incredible creators from UK,
Please do.
Europe, and beyond, making wonderful, inventive, unique, exciting games full of mechs and burbs and doom.
Burp.
What a great time.
Oh,
Love you, friends. See you around soon. Bye.
go to the Discord.